fighting Kevin Holland. This is another great opportunity for you. And it's actually your second fight on the main card now. You're graduating all the way to the main card in your second fight in the UFC. What does that mean to you, and kind of what the UFC sees in your future, putting you on the main card already?
Yeah, it's very cool that I get these opportunities, and it makes me feel like I should make good on them. Huh? So I don't think I can mess this up.
Your first fight against Gerald Meerschaert, what was that experience like?
Yeah, so of course UFC for every fighter is the place you want to be eventually. So it was a big thing for me to finally get there, to finally get a chance to fight in the UFC. So it was all very new, very special. This is still special, but hopefully it's a little bit more normal, and I'm just going to take care of business this time.
With being with ONE FC for so long as you were, almost 5 years, what is the difference between just fighting in the UFC, just the entire experience for you?
Yeah, just fighting in general is nice, which we didn't really do a lot in ONE. But of course, this is the pinnacle of the sport, and I'm cool. I'm very happy to be here. I've had a lot of good years with ONE as well, but it's nice that everything is so well taken care of. There's drugs testing. There's no cheating on the making weight. There's a lot of opponents. There's so many opportunities for me here. So I'm very grateful that I'm here, and hopefully I can put on a show this Saturday.
How does that opportunity also kick your excitement and invigoration, motivation into second gear as well, moving forward?
Yeah, so because they give me this chance, I think I need to make good on it. I need to perform.
You're not being matched easy. I mean, Kevin Holland, another tough and rugged opponent. I mean, he's fought everyone under the sun, it seems like, over the last few years. Simply put, how do you beat him?
Choke him out. That's what I do.
Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
No other plan B?
That's the only plan. That's the only thing I need.
Do you feel like Michel Pereira perhaps could be the next opponent for you to get that crack into the top 15?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think of him, to be honest, but yeah, it could be, yeah.
Do you have some sort of an outlook for what a perfect 2025 would look like?
Yeah, so hopefully get through this one unscathed, no injuries, finish him as soon as possible, and then be back in like another month or two.
Oh, that quick?
Keep going, yeah, why not?
How many times would you like to fight this year?
Yeah, I got some time to make up for, so see how many I get in, but maybe it depends how long it takes me to get to the top, huh?
UFC 312, I'm sure you'll be an interested observer. Duplessis versus Strickland, rematch. How do you see that fight going?
It's an interesting one because Sean really got Dricus with the jab the first time, the front kicks. And if you look at it round for round, there was a lot of variety in how it went for Sean. Every time he was pressing forward, he was very successful with the jab. But Dricus has a better option to change his game plan, I think. If Dricus just sticks to more wrestling, mixes in more wrestling, I think he has a good chance to tire him out a little more. That's a very interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah.
You have experience with Strickland. How does that factor into how you're assessing this fight?
So I know both of them. I've trained with Dricus before as well. Yeah. They're both great fighters. We'll see who wins.
Do you think if by the time you reach a potential title shot, Dricus would still be a title? Do you think he could have that long of a reign?
It's hard to imagine because he's so explosive, so all over the place. He's so different from Adesanya, who's very controlled and technical, and it's easier to see him how he matches up with different people. But Dricus is very capable, and at least he'll be in the top 5 for a long time, I think. Yeah.
You mentioned Adesanya. He's actually coming right up after you as well, too, fighting Imavov. What's your assessment with that fight? Do you think we've seen the best days of Adesanya already, or
no? I don't think so.
Does he have another run left in him?
I think he's still there. The fights he lost recently, he was doing very well before that. In the Dricus fight as well, he was doing very well. He was defending the wrestling well. staying safe. Just got clipped and then was a little sloppy on the floor afterwards. Adesanya has always been the guy. It's been what he did in the fights with Alex Pereira, very inspirational. He's always been the guy over the last couple of years on the top. So I think he'll be back, and I would really like a fight with him one day.
This event headlined by an Armenian, Arman Tsarukyan, facing Russian Islam Makhachev. In your neck of the woods, Gerald Meerschaert, one of the most famous middleweights of all time, obviously at the end of his career. Have you crossed paths with him, trained, sparred?
That's my guy. Yeah, we train together a lot. Over the last couple of years, we've been training a lot as well. He's had some moments of great motivation, and he's had some moments of a little less motivation. So sometimes he's training hard, and sometimes he's not really prepared to train as hard. But I love that guy, man. His entire family, great people, and hopefully we get to spend a lot of time in the gym together more. And he's recently signed to GFL as well, so
right.
And he still has the hunger to go. So yeah, I'm excited for Giga.
And last question from me, prediction for the main event, Tsarukyan versus Makhachev. How do you see it going?
I see, so Islam had, like in the Dustin fight, he did well, but were a couple of things that were there to improve on for this fight, I think. Arman has been on a tear the last couple of fights. The first fight was very cool, and the wrestling exchanges, the trips, and a very, very cool fight to see. But I think Islam is at that point now that it's going to be very hard for someone to beat him. But I think it's going to be a close one. Arman's at least going to take a couple rounds, and yeah, we'll see. I can't. It's a hard one to predict, huh? Because they're both getting so good right now.
Sounds like you're only certain about your fight submission.
Yeah.
So
that's the only fights I predict well anyway. They always ask me predictions for other one. I'm always wrong, but the only mine is the one I can predict.
thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck.